Kentucky. This is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning. It is 5:33 on Thursday, July the 11th. I'm Will Puckett. Thank you for tuning in to Mountain News this morning. Not as foggy to start your day today, but you're going to want an umbrella and a rain jacket handy because, Kelly, it's supposed to rain.
Unfortunately, it is supposed to rain. Already seeing those showers and storms popping up. You can go ahead and see on satellite and radar. We're already starting to see those showers and storms develop, especially along the Tennessee border and just to the west of our viewing area. Those will move in just the next few minutes. Visibility out there a little bit foggy, but not too bad this morning, just in your typical valley areas where we are seeing that patchy dense fog. Right now, temperatures in the 70s this afternoon, temperatures in the 80s along with those storms. I'll break it down in my full forecast in just a little bit, Will.
All righty, ma'am. Thank you. Well, a jail guard in Pikeville is charged with second-degree assault. Michael Holland allegedly verbally and physically assaulted a man while escorting him to isolation. WYMT's Emily Bennett talked with officials about the incident.
The investigation only took a couple days.
The jail acted quickly, swiftly, and efficiently, and that's the reason in 2 or 3 days we wrapped up an investigation and took it before a grand jury. So it was super transparent for us.
Jailer Brian Morris took swift action after he heard of the alleged assault.
Our staff immediately started an investigation to where the officer in question was suspended. And when I seen excessive force was taken, I immediately contacted the Pikeville City Police Department and they started their investigation.
Michael Holland was escorting Shannon Hay to isolation when a verbal fight turned physical.
The correction officer has been terminated immediately and definitely.
Morris wants to assure people this is not a representation of the jail.
The actions taken by the correction officer is by no means in the Pike County Detention Center policy and procedures, nor will it be tolerated.
And he and the staff are taking steps to prevent it happening again in the future.
Since this incident's occurred, we've had staff meetings showing videos on specific ways to handle de-escalating of inmates.
The grand jury saw the evidence Wednesday and charged Holland with second-degree assault.
We'll be doing the rest of the investigation as the court proceedings go through.
No word yet if any additional charges could come from the investigation. In Pike County, Emily Bennett, WYMT Mountain News.
Now, this is still an active investigation. The charges could potentially be upgraded. A Southern Kentucky grandmother is facing criminal abuse charges for how she treated her grandson early Wednesday morning. Police in Laurel County say the grandmother told her 11-year-old grandson to leave in the middle of the night. The boy walked 8 miles to a business on US 25 where he was able to get help.
She should have sat him down and talked to him, put him in timeout, anything that she wanted to do, but not ask him to leave the residence.
Patricia Rose remains in the Laurel County Detention Center on felony charges of criminal abuse in the first degree. A Middlesboro man says he and his son with special needs had a lawnmower stolen from his yard Tuesday. Now they say they do not know what to do as mowing lawn is their source of income. WYMT's Hannah Reynolds talked to the father and son about the theft.
Bobby Hunter and his son Sean spend their summer days outside working hard for a living.
I mow lawn, weed eat, landscape, the whole works.
Doctors say it has been the best thing for Sean as he is autistic. And when asked if he enjoys the work.
Oh, let me tell you, yes, I do.
The Hunters enjoyed making a living and spending quality time together at the same time. That was until Tuesday, when the Hunters came home to pick up their lawnmower for a job in Tennessee.
And it's gone. I thought, well, maybe, first thing came to mind, well, it's up in the front yard.
But it wasn't there either. A nearby surveillance camera caught someone taking the trailer and lawnmower and driving off. Now, they're left pleading to get them back.
I want what belongs to me back. What belongs to me and my son, our business, back. Something we've invested, worked very, very hard to get.
The Hunters ask if anyone has any information on the thefts to call the Middlesboro Police Department. In Bell County, Hannah Reynolds, WYMT Mountain News.
Now, Hunter says there is a $200 reward for anyone that leads police to the trailer and lawnmower. Well, 3 Pike County family members facing federal charges were sentenced this week. These 3 people, Roy Shirley and Larry Blankenship, all pleaded guilty to cocaine trafficking during an 8-year period. The three brought drugs in from out of state and distributed them in the Stopover community. Roy Blankenship was sentenced to 85 months in prison, while the other 2 were sentenced to 34 and 33 months. We now know the funeral arrangements for a former Perry County sheriff. The visitation for Pearl Couch is from 5 p.m. until 8 p.m. tonight at Kerr Brothers Funeral Home in Lexington. The funeral is at 11 a.m. Friday, also at the funeral home. He will be buried at Camp Nelson National Cemetery. Couch served as Perry County Sheriff from 1982 to 1994. He was a Vietnam veteran and served in the Air Force for 20 years. Couch died Monday at the age of 85. A beloved former Perry County teacher has died as well. Wilma Jean Moore died at the Hazard ARH Tuesday. Moore was a retired teacher for the Perry County school system, a substitute teacher for many years, and was active until the end of her life. This picture was taken last week at the 4th of July fish fry here in Hazard. The visitation will be tonight from 6 until 9 at First Baptist Church in Hazard. The funeral will be Friday at noon, also at the church. Mrs. Moore was less than 1 week away from her 90th birthday. Even in July, it is not too early to start thinking about kids going back to school. The Hazard Police Department is trying to help make the transition for some students a little bit easier. The department is taking donations for school supplies from now until the start of school. Some supplies include pencils, binders, and paper. James East with the Hazard Police Department, he's the chief deputy, says it just takes one person to spark an idea to reach out and help others.
One of our lieutenants, Jessica Cornett, came up with the idea, and we thought it was a fantastic idea, so we said, let's put that on Facebook. I think it's a great opportunity to maybe get some supplies to kids that are not able to get the supplies on their own.
A full list of supplies can be found at Walmart or by calling the Hazard City Schools. Donations can be dropped off at the new Hazard Police Department location downtown. Tenants at Meijers Towers in Pikeville have messaged us with concerns about their living conditions. They say an issue with bed bugs is costing them a lot of heartache and a lot of money. WIMT's Buddy Forbes spoke to one tenant about the situation and those in charge to see how they are addressing the issue.
Losing furniture.
People on fixed incomes can't afford to lose what they have.
And losing their sense of security.
Over time, 7 years, I've had bed bugs. Year after year after year.
Meijers Towers tenants say the building in Pike County, apartments designated for people who are elderly or disabled, has been battling a bed bug issue for years.
We're dealing with a whole epidemic here. Every week is furniture piled up.
Those in charge of the apartment complex say they are aware of the issues at hand.
Bed bugs are a problem all over the country, and yes, we have some issues.
Saying anywhere from 15 to 35 apartments are impacted.
It's case by case. The whole building is not infested.
Executive Director Jim Hobbs says 2 of the maintenance workers in the building have been specially trained to take care of the bugs.
When we find them, we put them on our list and treat them accordingly.
He said plans for a new heat chamber are also in the works to allow them to kill any bugs that may be on the tenant's furniture.
We care because nobody wants to live with any kind of bug.
Hobbs said the tenants also have a role to play in keeping the bed bugs down, from reporting any issues to being cautious of the items they bring in.
I think we should do our part, yeah, and I do my part, and that does fall on us. You know, I'm not going to say it's 100% them.
Hobbs also said the tenants and workers have to come together to keep the beds bug-free. In Pike County, Buddy Forbes, WIMT Mountain News.
Hobbs said they have also partnered with an exterminator to help combat the problem. Just ahead, the August cover of Harper's Bazaar will feature a major star without any photo editing.
We're already seeing showers and storms today, some in the morning and some in the afternoon. Those details coming up next.